The email arrived at 3:12 a.m., piercing the silence of the night. Subject: I know what you did. The words glowed ominously on my screen. My heart pounded in my chest, each beat echoing louder in the stillness. I knew curiosity killed the cat, but I never thought it would kill me. The saying haunted my thoughts. It all started innocently enough, just another late-night browsing session. I stumbled upon an article about the Dark Web, a place shrouded in mystery and danger. This clandestine corner of the internet, hidden like a thief in the night, piqued my interest. It was a world unknown to most. At first, it was all about the thrill of the unknown, the excitement of discovery. I felt a surge of adrenaline as I navigated through layers of encryption, each click taking me deeper. I felt like I was on a digital safari, venturing into uncharted territory, a modern-day explorer. The dark web was a labyrinth of hidden websites, forbidden marketplaces, and anonymous chat rooms. It was a maze with no clear exit. My eyes darted across my screen, taking in the surreal digital landscape, a world so different from the surface web. It was a bizarre bazaar of illicit goods and services, a marketplace for the forbidden, drugs, weapons, stolen data. It was all there, a digital cornucopia of everything illegal and dangerous. The sheer audacity of it all was staggering. I felt a chill run down my spine, a mixture of fear and excitement. The thrill was intoxicating yet terrifying. I knew I should have logged off, turned away from this digital abyss, but something held me back. But the dark web, with its promise of anonymity and power, had me ensnared in its web. It was a trap I willingly walked into. I was like a moth drawn to a flame, oblivious to the danger that lurked within its flickering light. The allure was too strong to resist. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, my obsession with the dark web growing with each passing hour. It became an all-consuming part of my life. I found myself spending late nights exploring its hidden corners, diving deeper into its mysteries. I felt an intoxicating sense of freedom, a liberation from the constraints of the visible web. I was anonymous, invisible, able to indulge my curiosity without consequence. The anonymity was a cloak that shielded me. Then I stumbled upon a forum, a digital haven for hackers. It was like discovering a hidden city. It was a place where cyber mercenaries advertised their services, offering skills that seemed almost mythical. For a price, they would do anything: steal data, disrupt websites, even ruin reputations. The possibilities were endless. I told myself I was just curious, that I was merely an observer in this shadowy world. I wanted to see if these hackers were for real, if their claims held any truth. I sent out a message, a simple request for a website hack. It was a test, a way to satisfy my curiosity. I didn't think anyone would respond. It seemed too far-fetched. To my surprise, an answer materialized within minutes. It was almost instantaneous. "I can help you with that." The message was brief but clear. The message sent shivers down my spine. It was real, and it was happening. The hacker, using the alias Ghost, was professional and to the point. There was no room for doubt. He outlined his fees, a surprisingly small sum for such a service. It was almost too good to be true. I hesitated, my finger hovering over the send button. Doubt and excitement battled within me. This was wrong. I knew it. But the allure of the dark web was too powerful. But the thrill of the forbidden was too strong to resist. I pressed send, sealing my fate. I wired the money, my heart pounding with a mixture of fear and anticipation. Within hours, Ghost delivered. The website, a small online store, was defaced. My name, emblazoned across the homepage, announced my digital conquest. A wave of exhilaration washed over me. I had done it. I had hired a hacker on the dark web and successfully carried out a cyber attack. The power, the anonymity, it was intoxicating. For a fleeting moment I felt invincible, but that feeling of triumph was short-lived. A creeping sense of dread began to consume me. I had crossed a line, ventured into a world I didn't understand. I had made a deal with the devil, and I feared he was coming to collect his due. Sleep became a distant memory. Every creak of the floorboard, every notification on my phone sent a jolt of fear through me. I was a prisoner in my own home, haunted by my own actions. I had invited danger into my life, and now it was knocking at my door. It started subtly. My social media accounts were flooded with spam messages, my inbox overflowing with phishing emails. At first I dismissed it as a coincidence, but deep down, a seed of doubt had been planted. Then my personal photos appeared online, doctored, distorted, and shared with malicious glee. Panic set in. I frantically changed my passwords, enabled two-factor authentication, and scrubbed my online presence. But it was too late. Ghost had me in his sights. He sent me a message, a chilling reminder of our previous transaction. We need to talk. My blood ran cold. He knew who I was, where I lived. The dark web, once a source of excitement, was now a looming shadow, threatening to consume me whole. I disconnected from the internet, threw my phone in a drawer, but the fear remained, a constant knot in my stomach. I was trapped in a nightmare of my own making, and I didn't know how to escape. Days turned into weeks, each one a torment. The fear was a constant companion, whispering in my ear, reminding me of my folly. I was a prisoner in my own home, too terrified to venture out, too paranoid to stay connected. My life had become a real-life horror movie. Every ring of the doorbell sent me scrambling for cover. Every unfamiliar car that parked on my street felt like a threat. I was a shadow of my former self, haunted by my own stupidity. My friends and family, unaware of my dark secret, grew increasingly concerned about my erratic behavior. But how could I tell them the truth? How could I explain that I had brought this nightmare upon myself? I was trapped, alone in my fear. Sleep offered no escape. Nightmares plagued me, vivid and terrifying. I would wake up in a cold sweat, my heart racing, the feeling of dread clinging to me like a shroud. I was living a waking nightmare, and I didn't know if it would ever end. Section 6. Trapped in my own home. My once familiar apartment became a prison of my own making. Every creak and groan of the building sent shivers down my spine. I imagined Ghost lurking in the shadows, his eyes watching my every move. The digital world, once a source of escape and entertainment, was now a minefield of fear. Every email, every notification felt like a potential threat. My phone, once a lifeline to the outside world, now lay silent, a constant reminder of my vulnerability. I tried to focus on other things, to lose myself in books, movies, anything to distract me from the fear that gnawed at my insides. But it was no use. The dread was always there, a dark cloud hanging over everything I did. I was a prisoner in my own home, held captive by my own bad decisions. I had made a deal with the devil on the dark web, and now he was demanding his due. Section 7. Seeking help, finding none. Desperate, I considered going to the police, but what evidence did I have? Who would believe that I had hired a hacker on the dark web and now he was stalking me? I imagined their skeptical looks, their dismissive shrugs. Besides, what if going to the authorities only angered Ghost further? What if it escalated the situation, putting me in even greater danger? I was caught in a catch-22, too terrified to act, yet unable to escape the consequences of my actions. I felt utterly alone, isolated in my fear. The weight of my secret was crushing, threatening to consume me entirely. I was trapped in a nightmare, and there seemed to be no way out. The dark web, once a source of intrigue, was now a symbol of my own folly. I had ventured into its depths, tempted by the allure of the forbidden, and now I was paying the price. Section 8. The price of curiosity. The experience left me broken, a shell of my former self. I was once full of life and curiosity, but now I am a shadow of who I used to be. The fear still lingers, a constant reminder of my brush with the dark side of the internet. Every creak, every shadow sends chills down my spine. I am haunted by the knowledge that my curiosity, my recklessness, had such devastating consequences. The regret is overwhelming, a heavy burden I carry every day. The dark web is not a game. It is a realm where the rules of the real world do not apply and danger is always lurking. It is a dangerous and unforgiving place where anonymity can be both a blessing and a curse. The faceless entities you encounter can be anyone, and their intentions are often sinister. I learned this lesson the hard way. My naive curiosity led me down a path I wish I had never taken. My story is a cautionary tale, a reminder that even the most harmless curiosity can have dire consequences. What starts as innocent exploration can quickly turn into a nightmare. My advice to anyone tempted to delve into the dark web is simple. Don't. The risks are too great and the potential for harm is immense. The risks far outweigh any potential rewards. What you might find is not worth the price you will pay. It is a place of shadows and whispers where danger lurks around every corner. The unknown is terrifying and the consequences are real. Stay away for your own sake. Protect yourself from the darkness that lies within. The internet is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it can be used for good or evil. It is a double-edged sword that requires careful handling. It is up to us, the users, to decide how we will wield that power. We must choose wisely, for our decisions have lasting impacts. I chose poorly, and I am now living with the consequences. Let my story be a warning to others. Section 9. Stay away from the dark web. The dark web is not a playground. It is a dangerous place filled with criminals and predators. If you are considering venturing into its depths, I urge you to reconsider. The risks are simply too great. My story is a testament to the very real dangers that lurk on the dark web. What started as harmless curiosity quickly spiraled into a nightmare. I made a deal with the devil and I paid the price. The internet can be a wonderful tool for communication, information, and entertainment. But like any tool, it can be used for good or evil. The dark web represents the dark side of the internet, a place where anonymity breeds criminality. If you value your privacy, your security, and your sanity, stay away from the dark web. It is a place where nightmares are made real and where even the most innocent curiosity can have life-altering consequences.